In 2006,
all countries in the world declared
the full realization of
all human rights and
fundamental freedoms
is an essential element
in the global response
to the HIV/AIDS pandemic.
The Legal Network is empowering people and fighting for change.
Right now, the Legal Network is stepping up for human rights.
The Legal Network is fighting for women living and affected by HIV.
The Legal Network has done some amazing work. Specifically, they've really looked at issues for women's rights and given voice to women and made sure that their voices are heard.
We've developed an analysis of how unjust criminalization harms women, and we're also developing a feminist analysis around the use of sexual assault law in terms of criminalization in Canada, criminalization of HIV non-disclosure. So this is really groundbreaking work.
We are working with sex worker groups and other allies to limit the negative impacts on the lives and safety of people who do sex work that the new criminal law provisions are going to have. What we've been doing now is working in collaboration with sex worker groups and making sure that with our legal expertise and background, we can support their advocacy efforts to counter the negative impacts of these laws.
The Legal Network is defending the human rights of LGBT communities. Protecting and ensuring the human rights of LGBTI people is of the utmost importance in our response to the HIV and AIDS epidemic.
Our hope is to challenge anti-gay laws and policies across the Caribbean, and we are challenging TV stations in Jamaica that have refused to air a tolerance ad which calls for the respect for the rights of LGBTI people. We see many other opportunities for similar legal cases going forward within the region.
the Legal Network will demand services for people who use drugs and are in prison.
We, the Legal Network, together with a former prisoner and partner organizations, have launched a lawsuit against the Government of Canada for not providing needle and syringe programs in prisons because it is putting the health of prisoners at risk, while there's absolutely no reason for this to be the case when we know that these programs that have been implemented in other countries have been extremely useful and have been saving lives.
And essentially, the Legal Network does a really good job of consistently making arguments around the rights issues in a really clear way. It really helps for organizations like PASAN to have partners that are going to effectively push forward and stand with us on these issues.
The Legal Network will resist the unjust criminal punishment of people living with HIV.
After the Supreme Court decision in 2012, which decided that people living with HIV could be charged even if they used a condom or had an undetectable virus, we spoke out. And we really planted the seed across the country for mobilization of allies against this decision that ignores science. And this has led to an amazing initiative by scientific experts from Canada who developed their consensus statement on HIV and transmission in the context of the criminal law. The statement has been a success. It's been endorsed by more than 80 experts across the country, and I believe that it will make a difference in court cases.
The Canadian HIV Legal Network is a resource that I've used extensively over the years, both to get information, to better understand the science, to get support.
The Legal Network will support Aboriginal communities in Canada responding to HIV.
We can't all be experts in everything, so I think that's one of the benefits of partnerships too. The Legal Network can focus on the legal stuff. Canadian Aboriginal AIDS Network can work on the Indigenous expertise and wise practices, and then we share our expertise widely. We need the Legal Network to set the tone for the whole community when we respond to human rights issues in HIV and hepatitis C.
Well, while we're a Canadian-based organization, throughout our history we've always been involved at the international level and in other countries. The analysis and work we do here applies globally in many ways.
Our work in Russian-speaking countries is to promote, protect human rights of key populations. We have enabled representatives of key populations to start fighting for their rights in courtroom. They start appealing to the government. They start using human rights language in their activities, in their dialogue with the countries. That was the result of our training, of our technical support to them, and of our continuous support to them by way of giving them legal advice, by way of being behind all their activities, by way of protecting them.
An investment in the legal network
is an investment in human rights.
We're a global leader in this movement
for health and human rights.
This work is important to me.
This work is important to our families.
Our work is important.
Our Rights Now campaign and plan of action will put human rights at the center of the response to HIV. We will do more cutting-edge research, drawing on both science and law. We will rise in the courts, challenging breaches of human rights. We will reach out to decision makers, making the case for action. And we will build our community's human rights skills and knowledge, working together to bring about change. Rights Now is a comprehensive campaign designed to give us the resources we need to act. And with your help, we can make a difference in the lives of thousands or even millions of people. Join the Canadian HIV/AIDS Legal Network right now.